I'm Ross Bolch, and you're tuning into this week's Dose of Science. The photosphere of the Sun is in constant turmoil due to intense convection currents of hot plasma. This flow of plasma creates complex magnetic fields that occasionally converge and tangle, creating regions where the convection of plasma can no longer flow. These areas are cooler than the rest of the photosphere, which makes them appear like dark spots or sunspots. Humans have been observing sunspots for over 2,000 years. Scientists have even been able to peer back in time 11,000 years by measuring the carbon in the rings of trees. We now know that the number of sunspots peaks roughly every 11 years as the activity of the Sun reaches its highest point, known as the solar maximum. Magnetic fields at sunspots twist and tangle like a coiled-up elastic band. Eventually, the pressure releases, resulting in huge amounts of energy being released and a whole mass of solar particles hurtling out into space, called a coronal mass ejection. Sometimes these can actually head towards the Earth, causing damage to our satellites, electrical infrastructure, as well as causing the beautiful aurora borealis and australis. A study recently published by the French National Centre for Scientific Research reported that we can detect a twisted rope of magnetically charged energy up to 4 days before solar storms occur, giving us precious warning before a potentially devastating wave of charged particles reaches the Earth. Now for 4 quick facts about sunspots. The Sun isn't the only star to experience sunspots. Using the latest in astronomical measurements, we are now able to measure sunspots on distant stars. In 1859, a huge solar storm battered the Earth, causing electrical surges that burned down some buildings and shocked telephone operators. A similar storm today could do over $2 trillion of damage just to the United States alone, and could take over 10 years to recover from. Some sunspots are so large, up to 160,000 kilometers, that with the right safety glasses they can be seen with the naked eye. Despite the fact that sunspots appear as black spots through a telescope, if you looked at them in isolation, they would still be brighter than the moon. I'm Ross Bolch, reporting for Scientism.